When you then have children, you lot, then, you kids, okay, this is the kind of dilemma that you're faced with. My two sons are in a band, and they were doing their first kind of gig last night. And we decided not to go along and watch their gig. You don't want your parents in the audience.
Yeah, it's not very cool.
But we thought we would go along. They said, come along, watch a bit of the rehearsal. So, fine. So we went along to the setup, and it was raining. And what they'd done, the lads, was they'd set up this kind of temporary marquee thing using an enormous tarpaulin that they'd found at the back of the barn, using trestle ladders and things, with then enormous pieces of masonry on top of the A ladders to keep the tarpaulin on. To describe it as dangerous is way short of what it actually looked like. Oh, by the way, text already. Jason, thank you. 81800, start your message on air. He says, separated at birth. Radovan Karadzic and Father Ted. True. Oh. True. Anyway, there they are rehearsing in the rain with water dripping everywhere through this tarpaulin, and they're an electric band. So they've got microphones plugged in and switched on, and they've got guitars plugged in and switched on, and it's soaking wet. Now, you see, the dilemma as a dad is this. You want to say, now, come along, lads, this is silly. Let's not do this. Let's get it all indoors. I'm not having any of this, which then makes you right, but a pain.
Mm-hmm.
So what to do? What do you think I did? Did I let them go on with playing electrical equipments in the wet and the rain, rather than be a boring dad? What would you have done, Jen?
I think I'd have to stop them.
Yeah.
I think I'd... Could they not play in the house?
Nah. You don't stop them. You have to let your children go, make their own mistakes, even if that involves 240 volts, once they reach a certain age. That's the Kooks and Shine On. They're exactly the people that Tory MP is worried about with Loaded and Nuts magazine. You know what I'm talking about?
Who, the Kooks?
Yes. Pay attention to the news. We'll get there later on. Right.
The 10 most annoying
things about level crossings. You're driving along this morning. Good morning. We salute you. Hope you're not having to go across a level crossing, because they're extremely annoying. At number
10.
Whether to go through. You're driving along and you're about 100 yards from the level crossing, and the lights just dink on.
Yeah.
And it crosses your mind. You think to yourself,
I don't think that.
Don't you stop.
I drive like a grandma.
Oh, no, I go through. And afterwards go, yeah.
But it's stressful. Well, there's that.
You like the adrenaline rush, don't you, Helen?
Yeah.
9.
At number 9, the guy behind you, you come to a level crossing, you've never been on this one before, and so you stop, and there's 20 cars in front of you, and the guy behind you does a 3-point turn and belts off, and you think to yourself, what does he know?
8.
Eighth most annoying thing about level crossing is you make a mental note to go the long way round next time and go over the bridge. You're not going to get stuck in this again.
Yeah.
But are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
7.
At number 7, whether to turn off the engine. You sat there and you suddenly see a sign and it says, turn off your engine if you're waiting.
Yeah.
Because the houses are covered in grime and the planet is slowly burning. But do you?
Nah.
Well, you don't, do you?
Nah.
I don't know why.
You're not there that long, are
No,
you?
you're not going to be there that long. There's always the worry that the car might not start. Because all of us, our first car was the kind of car that wouldn't necessarily start again. So even when we're driving our second Rolls-Royce, you know, we still think, I'm not going to risk it.
6.
At number 6, the 6th most annoying thing about level crossings, a train goes through. Very slowly. Very slowly. Very slowly. And there are 30 cars backed up your way, all with 3 and 4 people in them. 30 cars backed up the other way. There's a bus with 18 people in it. And this train's gone past very slowly. So you've been able to see that there's only one person on it.
Yeah, that is annoying.
And the whole of the Western world has come to a standstill, so this one person who's got to save a return to Southsea, right, doesn't have an interrupted journey. That's wrong.
5.
5th most annoying thing about level crossings, one goes through. Oh, and the gates haven't gone up. Yeah. You get that anticipation.
Yeah.
Come on. Good jump. No, but there's another one. Number 4, second one goes through. Come on. Oh, not a thought! Jeez! I better phone ahead. That is so annoying.
3.
Third most annoying thing about level crossing gates. There's this mad rush to get through if you're at the back of the queue in case they go down again.
Yeah.
Because that does happen. You're at the back of the queue and people start going through very slowly and you think, come on, come on, come on, I don't want to be here for another 3.
2.
You get this knot of pedestrians that collects by the gate. About 15 of them. Man with a bike, couple of dogs, push chairs, man with a stick, a couple of Zimmers. And they go across like they're blazing the trail for all these cars at 3.5 miles an hour. But the most annoying thing...
And the number 1 most annoying...
thing about level crossings is they're very badly named. Because unless you've got very good wishbones and suspension, they ain't level.
Good point.
Go over those at 25 mile an hour and, you know, that's all the exercise you need for a weekend.